Right. Okay. We're gonna play our little game. We're gonna play our game called Guess the Conspiracy.
I'm excited.
Hang on. I've got a jingle.
It's so ethereal. It's
So
beautiful.
yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? So this is the part of the show where Catz and I try and trick our guest. So what's going to happen is I'm going to give Dr. Becky 3 conspiracies. 1 is real and 2 are completely fabricated by Catz and I. So the idea is that Catz and I believe that we're so entrenched in the conspiracy world that we can come up with conspiracies that could potentially be real. So
I'm excited for this.
Okay, so we'll give you 3 and then we'll let you think about it and you can talk through.
I mean, the 2 aren't real now, but watch like 2 cults.
Oh, I know. I did think about this.
You've
I thought about this when I was planning it. I was like, someone's going to grab hold of these. Anyway, here we go. So number 1, the speed of light is not a universal constant, as humans are the only beings to use numbers. That's the first conspiracy. The second one. Absorption lines in spectra are evidence that aliens are trying to communicate with us using some sort of code that we haven't figured out yet.
I hope that one's real.
And the third one, the second law of thermodynamics dictates that a vacuum cannot be next to an atmosphere.
Right.
So there's your 3. What do you think? What's first impressions?
Okay. So the first one, I know there is a weird conspiracy about the fact that the speed of light, it has the same numbers in it as the coordinates for like the pyramids of
there is a conspiracy
Egypt
on
or
that.
something like that.
Something
and
like
it's just like it's a coincidence. Our numbers are a construct. Like no. So I can imagine that could be real because it could stem from something like that. But the fact that like what did you say it was? Because numbers don't exist.
Because human beings are the only beings to use numbers. So it's not a universal constant because no one else out there will understand it because we are the only ones that use numbers.
Yeah, but even though we don't use... No, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to down that route. Number 2, I really want to exist. Like, I would love... Because I use absorption spectra all the time, so I would love it if there was some alien code in there that I've just been missing for the past 10 years or so. The fact that it's always at the same wavelengths, like, why am I trying to logic this? It's a conspiracy theory. It would never make sense in the first place. What was the third one? The vacuum.
The third one is that the second law of thermodynamics dictates that there cannot be a vacuum next to an atmosphere.
But you just have a gradient and...
True.
Oh,
true.
That definitely sounds like something that someone's completely misunderstood the physics for.
So are you going with that one?
I'm tempted to... I want number 2 to exist. I want number 2 to be real, but I don't think it's number 2. 1, I'm like, that could be... But I think it's a bit tenuous. So I'm going to go with number 3 because that sounds like something that stemmed from somebody's misunderstanding and has become a conspiracy, which is basically my definition of a science conspiracy.
Catz, we need to do better, mate. Well done. Very well done. Yeah, so that is actually one of the key arguments from a flat earther who claims that space isn't real because of the fact that there's a second law of thermodynamics. And obviously they have the notion that gravity isn't real, so therefore it can't be a gradient
in the atmosphere.
So yeah, it's a tricky one, that one. But yeah, so Catz and I created the other 2. So well done. It's 1-0 to the get. We need to do better, buddy, because there's some high caliber guests coming on that we're gonna have to.